Hey guys, welcome you to the House of Iban, where all your dreams come true. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos, which is every single week. Like you see in the title, we are discussing the downfall of girl groups, how they aren't really a thing anymore. Like, we have some girl groups in existence, like K-pop girls, J-pop, but when it comes to the Western Hemisphere, girl groups are really not a thing anymore. And it's sad because the girls are fabulous. When I say girl groups used to carry the music industry, the dudes weren't doing it. I'm sorry, no tea, no shade. The girls were carrying everything. And so we're going to be discussing the non-existence of girl groups and how FLO, the artistry, the fashions, the vocal talent that they have is really bringing back a resurgence of girl groups. So let's get into it. Girl groups have been on the decline since the early 2000s, from Destiny's Child to Fifth Harmony. We will be discussing the decline of girl groups here in the States and how FLO is bringing back R&B and carving out a space for themselves in the American music industry. The top selling and top performing girl groups always had certain characteristics in common. They had cohesive fashions, flawless vocals that blended meticulously, and lyrics that were catchy and easily recognizable. Now let's break down the origin of girl groups and how they grew throughout the late 60s to the early 2000s. Now, the Boswell sisters and the Andrews sisters, they both started out in the 20s and 30s, and they gained popularity throughout the World War II time frame. This was the most likely due to them providing some sort of stress relief for soldiers during a very tumultuous time. As these ladies gained popularity, music companies began to see the relevance of these girl groups. More girl groups were to come, like the Dining Sisters, the Cordettes, with a classic hit and a song that everyone knows, even if they don't know the origin, Lollipop. This time, the black girls started to come into the picture with their brilliance and their vocal charisma. In the late 50s and early 60s, there were a multitude of black girl groups that started to come into fruition and really gain momentum and success, mixing different genres: pop, rock, blues, jazz, and doo-wop. We have the Bobettes, the Chantels, the Dixie Cups, the Supremes, the Crystals, the Ronettes, the Shirelles, and the Velvelettes, which starred our famous, our fabulous Patti LaBelle. Now keep in mind that some of these acts I just named were created by the Motown Music Company. This was a major point in their development where the girl groups were doing their big one, honey, okay? Like, there were black girl groups coming out of the woodwork because the larger and smaller music companies wanted a piece of the success that Motown had found. As we move into the 70s and 80s, we still have the former girl groups still clocking their tea, still getting their zhuzh, filling their zhuzh, and selling millions of records. At this time, we have even more girl groups being developed and sharing their viewpoints of society through their lyrical lenses. We had girl groups like the 3 Degrees, which is my favorite girl group, along with many others, but they have a fabulous vocal range, as well as one of my favorite songs called If and When. Check it out. That sultry old school vibe to them, but somehow crafted a new age sound to their tracks, with many more girl groups coming into development in the 80s and early 90s. Let's dig into how these girl groups found major success in the late 90s and early 2000s while also finding their downfall. Though there were many girl groups coming out in this timeline, like SWV, 702, Escape, we'll be discussing my favorite groups, which include Destiny's Child, 3LW, Danny D. Kane, and the Pussycat Dolls. Girl groups have always dealt with member changes, falling out because of one member or several members, finding solo success and popularity. So it's not a shocker that after 10 years at the top okay, at the pinnacle of the music industry in their careers, that Destiny's Child disbanded and members chose to start working on their own solo careers. Now, let's get into it, okay? Destiny's Child is my favorite girl group of all time. Like, of all time. The group had many hits under their belt with the four original members, Latavia, Latoya, Beyonce, and Kelly, okay? When they changed out two members for Farrah, and Michelle, I feel like the group really like hit the nail on the head when it came to Michelle, Beyonce, and Kelly. Like they had their own thing with the three of them. Like they were able to masterfully craft a sound that no other group has been able to do before or after. What Cynthia say in The Wicked? No wizard that there is or was. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle said, no girl group that there is or was could do what we do. Period. Okay? No Tina Shade. But from the looks, the blending of Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle's vocals into their sister-like bond, they were phenomenal in creating hits after hits and moments after moments. My favorite moment of them together has to be when they sung live for a Thanksgiving NFL game. It was the halftime, and they started out with a acapella medley of Lose My Breath, and it was so beautiful. You should check it out. Baby, make me lose my... Though there were rumors, of course, like any other group or any other celebrity, of the ladies having drama and having shady moments, they maintained their sisterhood and tight bonds, supporting one another in every solo endeavor that each one had and has. 3LW and the Pussycat Dolls both are girl groups that dealt with inside group drama and that boiled over and caused the group to eventually break up. 3LW group members Naturi and Keely had beef with one another, which I believe caused Naturi to actually leave the group. From what I can remember, Naturi claimed that Keely threw chicken on her, like fried chicken, which is so childish. But I think that was like one of the main causes. They did replace her. They replaced Naturi with another girl named Jessica, I believe. But after that, they still disbanded altogether. In my opinion, and this is solely my opinion, the Pussycat Dolls was literally a platform for Nicole Scherzinger to gain popularity and to increase her celebrity. And that's just my opinion. The main vocalist of the group, mind you, was the only one really singing. Are we shocked? Most of the other bandmates were backup dancers. Yes, they had mics, but they were never really live singing. When the group performed Buttons live, you could tell that Melody took her moment. When she got that moment in the middle of the song, after I think the bridge or something, and she did her little runs, she would do the runs back to back to back. And it was like, oh, okay, girl, that's not like the song, but okay. And we can't fault her for that because, I mean, that was the only time she was given the chance to actually sing. So it is what it is. Now let's talk about Danity Kane, because they are another girl group that had hit after hit after hit. And they were formed by a person that will go unnamed. We all know who created Danity Kane. There's no need to mention his name, okay? They were remarkable in the fact that they were able to blend multiple voices together, okay? They had the looks, they had the sounds together, and to actually develop into a top girl group of the early 2000s and 2010s. They did, however, break up, and we all know the breakup due to creative differences and internal altercations. And we know how they came back together to try to rekindle what they had, and they did come out with more hits, like Lemonade and Tell Me. And I'm gagging myself that I can remember the names off the top of my head. But those songs were fabulous. They were hits in my opinion. But again, they still broke up after a while. Sadly, all groups have their moments of breakups, whether it be mutual or strained. The most recent girl groups, Little Mix, Fifth Harmony, have dealt with the same exact reasons that broke up some of our favorite girl groups. And it seems as though girl groups just cannot make it work. Even if they do have major success with making music and generating success, they can't seem to leave on good terms. My question then becomes, will FLO maintain this train of success that they're on and create an elevation of popularity and celebrity? I've been listening to FLO's latest album, Access All Areas. It's totally tea. Like, baby, when I tell you, get into it, get into it. They've been able to develop an album that infuses classic sounds from our favorite artists like Brandy, SWV, Missy Elliott, and the blending of their vocals is so masterfully done. It's astounding. I really am in love with this girl group, the potential that they have, the path to success that they're on right now, especially here in the States. They come to the States to tour in April, I believe, and I will be going. Okay, I will be front and center. It seems as though Stella, Georgia, and Renee are truly sisters and have a true bond, which I hope does not get broken. I'm hoping that if any drama does develop in the future, that they keep it between themselves, like any public relationship should. Clock it. And work together to move beyond it and remember why they actually started the group in the first place. This was a breakdown of the downfall and the resurgence of girl groups spearheaded by FLO and the good work that they're doing. Let me know in the comments on your opinions on the non-existence of girl groups, and let me know if you've listened to FLO's recent album. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned something. I hope you were entertained, darling, okay, with this video. I will be dropping more videos soon to come, maybe like this. Let me know how you like this style of video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.